What's going on, everyone? I'm not going to be able to. Well, I might go do Kwangia stuff later, but I'm not going to be able to do the thingy that I was saying about Tiffany being the bad person because it's the holidays and Tiffany needs me to be nice to her. So I'm doing that, and she really wants me to like do that poem shit that I'm doing. Um, okay. Now look, I did more or less. God damn it, she's Stephanie. That's really what it keeps coming down to is she's Stephanie, and she was pretty much just seeing what she could get away with. Found out it's almost exact. She was just seeing what she could get away with. Found out what her limit was, backed off, and is waiting for me to cool down. And I guess this is as cool as I'm going to get, cool down as I'm going to get, and then she's starting it up again. But look, the other main reason why I didn't cash out the $1 million is because it's not supposed to be a lot of money, and there's lots of ways to make money, and I haven't been able to focus on bullshit, and I'm trying to set up a lab. So before I get, hold on a second, I have to. Bro, come on. The fuck is this? All right. Okay. So I can't think of anything else that would make me start to focus more on hacking shit than dealing with Tiffany, to be quite honest, because I think what distracted me was that I was making so much money that I was like, I don't really even need to do this advanced hacking shit because kind of I can just get away with medium hacking shit because it's just the world we live in. But this bitch takes the cake like you wouldn't believe. And it's not, it's like oh my God, like it would take like constant cracking of 0 days to deal with all that bullshit. It just, oh my God. I just ate. Thanks, Linda. Everything's cool. Like again, like no, she told me that shit like like a month ago. I just didn't give a shit because you got to eat and all that bullshit. But look, there's that stoic thingy that's like, remember that everything you have now is something you used to wish for. I literally did put an axe to my face and swear that Tiffany would always be number one to me, not Yuna and all that bullshit or whatever the fuck. And she didn't do the stupid rap videos. She probably like really wanted to because she's an attention whore, but she didn't. So, all right, whatever the fuck. I just, So I'm trying to set up this lab, and essentially what it is, it's a VBox configuration, Xion OS, Kali Linux, and Kali Purple. I've got, the Xion OS is pre-configured through Halberd or whatever the fuck it is. And then Kali, I'm only doing like a one core for each of them. And then what I'm trying to do is, let me see if I can pull up this picture. Open it in a new tab. How about that? It's not at all what I wanted. All right, so this is pretty dope. It's essentially Kali Purple with various flavors of Kali, and then I like this Byzantium, Kali Violet, Kali Purple, Kali Eminence. And essentially it's just a Kali setup with different, like an elk stack, open SSH, an open CTI, uh, Acme, Zeek, CyberChef, shit like that, Suricata. So, I mean, probably that's way overkill. Like, see, cyber threat intelligence, vulnerability manager, firewall, and this is just various like Kali can be any Linux distro can be configured. Kali's just Debian with for pen testing, and Purple's for SIEM and shit like that. But you see how the vulnerable machine, like you could just trim this down, which is what I basically did to and a VLAN for the Xion OS where you're running your um, blockchain project on its own fork, so that way you can do the testing and all that bullshit. So I plan on being productive because it's going to be easier for me to start making bug bounties than it is going to be for her to start budgeting. So my two options are to convince her to change, which good luck, or B, just go super Broly and just fucking Super Saiyan shit. So that's what I should have been doing anyway, regardless of Tiffany. Tiffany is just along for the ride and for the visuals, and because she smells really good. And even when she tries to not look hot, she looks hot. And I, Coach used to tell me that he warned me this was going to happen to me one day. And she really liked it. I meant for you to like it. I'm going to start blushing. I literally do not care about, okay, you know what? I don't care about any of the color bullshit. I don't. I don't. I don't. I was doing it because you're supposed to care about it. All right. I don't give a shit. All right. I don't give a shit. I do not. You're talking to the guy who his look. I'm not joking. The reason why I got the malware for Honeywell that they had to pay a $15 million fine was because it was an African American gentleman who gave me my first job in the field, even though, technically he didn't really have to and all that bullshit. They gave me the option to not be expelled from high school if I would sell out my friend who moved here from Georgia and all that bullshit, who was the one who told me just to stay away from bitches who hang out with rappers and all that bullshit. So I mean, like, obviously I have a history. The dude who attacked me, who was like 50, like during the beginning of the pandemic, I had to buy him a lawyer, and I made him pay for it and all that bullshit. The kid who tried to mug me and is claiming that it's just because something about some illegal immigrant put him up to it. I'm even letting that one basically slide because he's some hood rat fucker who comes from a tough situation. I don't really give a fuck about all that. Okay, the line is drawn when it's the person that intimacy and starting a family and all that. That's where the line is that's where the line is drawn. So I don't give a shit. What, but it's just I don't care. I don't care about that. You were supposed to care about that. That's why I was making it. Yeah. What about? I'm just gonna be building labs and doing shit, and tomorrow or whatever the paycheck hits, I'm gonna go into super deep hacking mode because I see I see why almost, look, this is gonna sound crazy. I see why almost all the super hackers are married. I don't know how else to say it. I see why they're married. But anyways, because like why else, like if you weren't, you wouldn't have motivation to like lock yourself in the lab for like 48 hours for an exam and shit like that. But all right, I'm going to do this because fate sent me Tiffany because I can be Broly. It's that simple. All right, I have to go deal with my soulmate.